Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our uranium daily technical analysis update. I'll give you my financial opinion and we'll pop right in here. So here is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. The futures were flat. That's at least what we've got our reading there. But Sprott Physical Uranium Trust getting a little bit of a sell-off. The overall market sold off today. NASDAQ down, S&P 500 down. They were down with some force. And I think it just kind of basically spread across the entire area of everything. So we had an everything sell-off. This did sell off with it. Uranium selling off some. Again, it doesn't look horrible. Today doesn't look great either. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm still bullish on the sector. I would actually be looking to buy some stuff here if we get any further downside. CCJ getting a little bit of a pullback. Still looks good, guys. It's 2 smaller down days with the big up day there. I still think we could work our way higher. Bannerman getting some selling pressure. We saw selling pressure across everything. But that gap lower and got some selling pressure there. Goviak's getting a lot of selling pressure today. Global Atomic getting the selling pressure today. And I'm not really going to have much to update. I mean, we're above all these breakouts. The momentum's still coming up. We had a large selling pressure day. We have to see what happens tomorrow in all of these companies. Forces getting a little bit more selling pressure. Still looks good, though, because we've got the large up pressure and then the smaller selling pressure. I think it still looks good. If uranium was weak, we would see a really big sell-off with a big old candlestick like that. I mean, a big old candlestick going down. If this was going to be like a recessionary type movement and we were going to head lower. But I don't see that in a lot of the companies. They're smaller down days. They don't look like the sellers are just ripping it. Buyers were coming in deep yellow and buying it up with the hammer candlestick. Paladin Energy, it's still small down days in relationship to the big bullish engulfing we had that other day. Sky Harbor down, just small. Canalaska down against that support line. Next Gen Energy was down, still a smaller down day. It still looks good. Momentum's still coming up. Baseload getting a little bit larger sell-off. Could we come back on logarithmic to pull back here? It's possible. Not ruling it out. Fission 3.0, a little bit, everything's down today. Everything. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at the candlesticks. Are we putting in, this is a bearish piercing here. We had that next follow through day. Now, how much longer do we have to go? We'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. See what happens tomorrow. Small down in Kazatomprom looks good there. Peninsula Energy, small little bloody nose, looks good. Boss Energy, small down day, looks good. This is Consolidated Uranium, small little down day. I mean, these are little bloody noses or whatever we want to call them. A little bit more selling pressure in Lotus Resources. UROY getting a little bit more selling pressure. Encore Energy, selling pressure back to the support line. There you go. We've got got sold off a little bit down there. URG. Again, guys, I don't have much to really say here. We're still above all these supports. We've just got selling pressure throughout the sector here. We've got all these support and resistance areas, and the overall market basically bled out today, and we're just pulling back with the overall markets. LTBR, that actually looks not too bad. Small down day in ISO Energy. So some of these don't look too bad. They do not look too bad. Other ones, they look a little bit, like they might pull back a little bit further. Appy Energy looks good. Denison Mines getting a little bit more of a sell-off, finishing strong to the downside. Blue Sky Uranium there, not much to really say. Coming on down, could this pull back further? It very well could for Forum Energy Metals. What I'm looking at here is I'm just looking to see, we've got kind of that, and it's kind of breaking to the downside. And again, we could have a false breakout here. I don't want to say anything because the ratios are all good in these. This is still an undervalued sector, and we have an energy crisis. People get scared on the short term, and you can't operate that way. We just hit a resistance here, pulling on back. Western Uranium, I mean, we're pulling on back, but this big old bullish engulfing's massive. Still looks good. Small down day against support, looks good. Mega Uranium, it was a down day, but we're still within the pattern, still looks good. Standard Uranium getting a little more of a sell-off. Valor Metals getting a little bit of a sell-off. Again, it still looks fine. There's Elevate. little bit of a sell-off, and 92E with that 20% day. These two are delayed. But just overall market sold off today. We went with it. Uranium, kind of a mixed bag in terms of what's up, what's down. And I remain positive on the sector. If we see more downside and then I see it contract, I'll be in there buying something. I don't know what yet, but we'll see what it looks like and how far these things pull back. And I'll determine when that is. But right now, I'm just sitting on my hands, accumulating money, watching the overall market. If the overall market continues to go lower, it could drag us lower with it. And we want to see the market, if it sells off, we want to see the candlesticks get smaller and smaller and smaller, which means we're contracting of the opening and closing prices start to get in balance. Once those get in balance, I start firing off some sprinkling. I turn on the sprinkler, and I'll sprinkle in a whole bunch of these different companies. I still think we're at very good valuations in terms of uranium to any other asset. It's one of the most volatile assets, so you got to ride through this volatility, get to the reward at the end. If you guys like the analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to attend the training on the Platinum membership that I've got in the description link below, I've got a technical analysis training, very high overview level of fractals and Fibonacci sequences. It's nothing too crazy. It should be pretty easy to understand. And it's just a tool to select companies if you want a little bit more leverage in the portfolio. So if you guys like the analysis, thumb up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website, and we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.